Well, F Vina. Good God. I returned to my room from that horrific experience and hopped into bed. I threw the covers over my head and shut my eyes. Hours passed. I felt each rain fall in the glass until morning, as birds chirped outside my window. In the end, I hadn't slept.
おはよう、舞ちゃん。
Roddy, looking well rested and spry, came into the room to wake me.
あれ、どうしたの？目の下すごいクマ。寝てない。どうして？
I contemplated telling her about last night about the monsters chasing after Vina, but my mind felt so foggy I began to doubt if it was real. I had no confidence if it was true or just a dream.
妹のこと考えたら眠れなくなって。
Caught it guilt for breaking curfew and sneaking out of the room, but I decided to lie to Roddy.
かなえちゃんだよね。お母様やメイド長のしずさんも知らないって言うし、両生名簿を見ることができたらいいんだけどね。どこにあるの？びっくりした。この町のどこかに資料をまとめている保管庫があるって話だけれど、みんなのプライバシーもあるから、その部屋両生は入れないんだよね。私だってどこにあるかも知らないし。
So we can go at night, though. It was worth looking into.
そうだ、ロット。あの子は。ビーナはどうしてる？
As soon as she heard her name, Roddy turned forlorn.
ビーナのこと何か知ってるの？舞ちゃんがちゃんと起きてから話そうと思ったんだけど、昨晩から行方不明なの。深夜にルームメイトのピックが目を覚ますといなくなってたんだって。寮の玄関扉の鍵が施錠されていなくて、誰かが深夜に鍵を開けて外へ出て行ったのは確かみたいなの。
That all but confirmed that I hadn't dreamt last night. I lowered my head as I slouched. Maybe I had abandoned her in the middle of when she was being chased.
舞ちゃん、大丈夫？具合が悪ければ今朝はもう少し休む。私伝えてくるよ。いえ、もう起きるわ。
So there's a bunch of different things we can do here, but I wonder if like we can do all of them or if we're kind of stuck. I'm hoping we can do all of them, to be honest. Without like, you know, being kicked out. Suck to her. Someone hugged me from behind, so I turned around.
舞ちゃんって不意打ちに弱いの？今の反応すっごく可愛かった。ロットも舞ちゃんに不意打ちする。ロット、何バカ言ってるの？やっぱりいい匂いね。今振り向いた時にふわって。これ何の香り？
What's everybody with my scent? They're all like, oh, you smell good. She sniffed my neck and it tickled. I was writhing to get out of her grip and Roddy pulled me tight. I don't think so. I think honestly they're just like they all want to smash, dude. Like, okay, so last night, right, before we went outside into the dungeon area thing, we woke up and we heard a scream and we were like, oh my god, like we gotta, you know, we gotta wake up Roddy, who's sleeping in the bed, and it said that she had like this kind of like, it sounded almost sexual the way they described her smile, as if like she was kind of like smiling in her sleep, like in a kind of almost like a sexual way or something. And then like I slapped her because I wanted her to wake up, and she didn't wake up. She spoke in her sleep, and what she said was, my again, please, or something. As if, like, she wanted me to either slap her again, or whatever it is that was going on in her dreams. And she also wanted us to go and take a shower together, and, like, she probably spied on me at some point, like... It's weird. Being released from her hug, I finally was able to face Victory. What is she thinking? To just hug me from behind? Even when I gave her a quick glare, Victory was unfazed. Rather, she's just smiling. According to Roddy, Victory has the tendency to hug people as a form of hello. No reaction. I don't know what to do. I couldn't hide my confusion, and Roddy sighed for I don't even know how many times today. Victory waved her hand and she slightly walked towards the end of the hall. Although I was surprised, I guess she didn't mean it badly, so oh well. I stared at Victory walking off. There was a charm to her smile that kind of invited others in. Okay. Let's talk to her first, and then we'll go into the cafeteria. Well, no, you know what? We'll save, because I'm scared of, like, missing an event. I forgot how ditzy the RA of the storm is. What was her name? No, it's just how my face looks. I have bitch resting face. Or resting bitch face. Abigail looked confused for a moment, but the look cleared from her face soon after. She began to nod, as if she understood something. She was clearly smiling at Roddy. Roddy was already surprised, and even a little more so when Abigail said "my" again. I suppose everyone makes mistakes. Roddy was waving her hands around to try and clear things up. She's so confused, what the hell? What's going on? Abigail looks over at me. Without waiting for a response, she turned around and left. No, because she called Roddy by my name. She didn't name my sister. She literally just like called her by my name as if she didn't recognize Roddy, which makes no sense at all because Roddy is the daughter of the headmistress. Like she would know her 1000%. There's no way she would know. She would know like she'd know right away. I don't understand Abigail. Yeah. I mean, a little off, or maybe it's not her. What if it's a doppelganger? And I didn't know our names, sorta, but he can't remember. Like if like somebody's like trying to pass for the RA for Abigail, like they wouldn't have like all the correct info, so they kind of took a guess and they guessed wrong.
それって抜けてるで済む問題？ロットと新入りを間違えるなんて
Yeah,
普通
that.
ありえないんじゃ。
It makes no sense.
甘いわね、舞ちゃん。普通は間違えないけど、あの両成長よ。
Ruddy's answer confused me. She seems to understand that Abigail is ditzy, but doesn't find her behavior or status as RA to be odd.
そう。
Is she really fit to be an RA? I really wonder. It's probably best I keep that question to myself. What the hell is going on here, guys?
舞、ロットもごきげんよう。ごきげんよう。どうも。
We were approached by a girl who had a calm tone in her voice. We stopped. Her smile was full of peace. She offered her right hand to me.
私はベティ・パリスよ。よろしくね。知ってると思うけど、私は舞遠山。
I took her hand. Betty's smile seemed to grow slightly and she nodded.
あなたの話は聞いてるわ。それで舞、ここでの生活は慣れたかしら。まあ。そう、よかったわ。ロットもついていてくれてるものね。
Ruddy seemed happy to be acknowledged for that reason. She smiled.
舞ちゃんにはロットがついているから大丈夫。一生ね。ロット、あなたに一生つきまとわれると鬱陶しいわ。
That would be annoying.
舞ちゃんがロットの愛を受け入れてくれない。仲がいいのね。ロットだけじゃなくて、私にも何かわからないことがあったらいつでも頼っていいからね。ここでは私が一番年長者だから。そう。ありがとう。
She's the oldest one here. Maybe she knows Sene.
ロットも困ったことがあったらいつでも声をかけてちょうだいね。うん、そうさせてもらうね。いつも気にかけてくれてありがとう。
Ah, it's not just with me, is it? She seems to be like this with everyone. I was about to be annoyed that she'd approached me just because I'm the new person here, but I think it's just part of her personality. Betty's eyebrows furrowed a little bit when she noticed that I was staring at her. Her eyes soon changed and appeared to be filled with
どうし
compassion.
て舞がここに来たのかはわからないけど、警戒しなくても大丈夫よ。ここにいる子たちは多分みんな同じような傷を持っていると思うの。それはどうも。
That wasn't at the forefront of my mind, and I don't think I had my guard up. But for some reason, I felt like a burden had been lifted off my back. I was surprised. There's something I need to do here. I didn't really plan on making friends, but Betty's words began changing something in
ベ
me.
ティの言う通り、みんな味方だよ、舞ちゃん。あ、でも一番の味方はロットだからね。他の子はロットほど味方してくれないよ。だから、舞ちゃんの味方はロットだけ。
Okay.
ロット、あなたの言っていること矛盾だらけよ。
Yeah.
とにかく、舞ちゃんの一番の味方はロットなの。
Yeah, no, we know.
はいはい、わかったってば。
I dodged Roddy approaching me, and just then, a book was offered to me.
エルストレインの教本？ええ。エルストレインが
Oh my god.
きっとあなたを救ってくれるわ。
Stop trying to get me into your weird cult thing. Biddy's faith must be strong. Her eyes seemed to dilate, as if she was under the influence. I couldn't help but wince a little.
わかったよ。じゃあ、お借りします。
I never thought I'd actually read it, but I accepted her gift. The book was very worn, as if it was read quite often. A very happy smile could be seen on Betty's face. She turned around and walked away.
あー、お腹空いちゃった。舞ちゃん、早く行こう。ベティって。
She seems to be a very sweet girl, but as soon as Elle's train came up, her demeanor shifted completely. I wonder why.
なんでもない。早く行こう。食いっぱぐれる。教本、汚さないように気をつけるのよ。わかってるよ。エルストレインが救ってくれるか。
Something's off. I hope she won't become a nuisance. Oh, and day. Already, okay. The hall was unusually rowdy.
何かしら。行ってみましょう。
To my surprise, Vina had been found. Oh my god. We were told that she was discovered inside of a shed, alone. The shed! It was located in a dense thicket of forest. Oh no, that's a different shed. The kind where light can't penetrate the shadows cast by tall trees. Her clothes had been shredded. When they found her, she was half naked and shivering on the floor of an old work shed. She's not dead? What the hell? She's not dead.
どうしてみんな。なんてこと。何があったんだろうな。服が破れて脱げていたって。バカな子ね。人に意地悪ばかりしていた罰だわ。
The students gathered before the infirmary, gossiping tidbits to one another in hushed tones.
ごめん。ちょっと通して。マイ。ロット。ごめんね。通らせてね。
Headmistress Midora, the school nurse Isuka, and head maid Shizu stood around Vina, who sat nervously on her cot. Soot covered her face, but it couldn't hide her terror. She shook violently, barely able to answer any of the nurse's questions.
さあ、左右よ。これを飲んで体をまず温めなさい。
She said nothing. Shizu and Midora exchanged worried glances and sighed.
お前は昨晩金を破って寮を抜け出し。
私が言ったんじゃない。あそこへ行ったのは私じゃない。
I wasn't the one who left? Hold on, guys. Is this actually doppelgangers? Was I on the right track? Because the real Vina is clearly dead. She had like massive injuries. There's no way she's alive. Like, we heard her die. And then like this one is discovered not in the same location at all. And she says, I wasn't the one who left. Or possessed. Oh, dude, it could be possessed. Oh, I didn't think of that. That makes sense with the whole religious motif. Oh, man. Oh, this is gonna be interesting, guys. Oh man, I'm in, dude. This is gonna be great.
誰かに連れて行かれたとでも言うのですか?
The memory of her being attacked by the shadow crossed my mind. I imagined that she too was quite confused. But I persisted in my suspicions about the school, so I never thought to mention that I had snuck out as well.
戻りましょう。
I noticed a towel on the ground, so I bent over to pick it up. Above all, I was relieved to see that she had lived, but just as I was about to leave the infirmary with Roddy... That's what our sister texted us! Oh my god, dude. What the hell?
それ何？答えて。それ何？知ってるの？答えてって言ってるのに、バルボスって何よ。
I lost myself in the moment. Next thing I knew, I grabbed hold of Venus' shoulders and shook her. Sanae mentioned Barbas in her last email. It was nonsense to me until now.
マイ、やめなさい。言いなさいよ。言えってば。何なのよ。バルボスが来るって何？マイちゃん。
Vina responded with a high-pitched scream, flailing out like a woman possessed. Then the maids rushed in to restrain her. They shoved me out of the room.
妹はどこなの？
自分の部屋へ戻りなさい。
As I retaliated, Headmistress Midger slapped me across the face. I threw the towel in my hand on the ground and stormed away.
もう一度言います。24時を超えたら絶対に部屋を出てはなりません。いいですね、お前たち。
マイちゃん、ごめんね。お母様が頬を痛む？平気。私、毎晩のようにあの男に殴られていたから、これぐらい。
Out of that man.
悲しいよ。マイちゃんのその強さが。ごめん、余計なこと言った。気にしないで。ロットも本当に知らない？サナエのこと。うん、信じてほしい。
I should show her the email. She was in a room. She heard Vina. So if I show her the email, she'd understand why I freaked
バ
out.
ルボスについてもさっぱり。そう。マイちゃん、私も一緒に調べるよ。サナエちゃんのこと。両性名簿のある保管庫に忍び込んで。見つかるとお尻を100回叩かれるから難しいけど、とにかく協力する。
Will be paddled 100
arigato.
times.
そもそもその保管庫がどこにあるか突き止めなきゃだけど。ところでビーナは？大丈夫。あれから落ち着いてずっと医務室で眠ってるよ。ね、お話がしたいんだ。マイちゃん、ベッド入ってもいい？入りながら聞かれても、追い出してもどうせ入ってくるんでしょ。
Okay. I'm not sure where this is going, but sure.
うん。あ、ベッドがあったかい。マイちゃんの体温、マイちゃんの匂い。くんくんくんくん。何しに入ったのよ。
She's not even sitting!
ごめん、ただお話をしたかっただけなんだ。
What is going on?